the individual game value A11, A12, A21, A22. Then from that, you have to define the optimal strategy, okay, of the what? The mixed game. Then you have to make the evaluation of P1. Then from that P1, make the evaluation of P2 because P1 plus P2 is equal to 1. Then similar to that, make the evaluation of Q1. Then corresponds to that Q1, make the evaluation of Q2 by knowing the equation Q1 plus Q2 is equal to 1. Then make the evaluation of the game value, that is gamma is equal to A11 into A22 minus A12 A21 divided by A11 plus A22 minus A12 plus A21. Okay, this is the what? The formula to make the evaluation of the game value. Okay, I've discussed these numerical. Okay, whatever I have discussed, once you can go through the same. Okay, this is with respect to the 2x2 method. Next, if there will be a presence of 2x2 means then adopting that method we will get. But if it is n cross, that is 2 cross n or m cross 2. Okay, do you remember how you need to solve? Okay, here if this is enough they have given with respect to that data, we have to adopt the graphical method having the excess. Okay, from that excess, make the evaluation of the parameter corresponds to that you do the drawing of that particular graphical method which is to be adopted. Okay, here what I have mentioned here, solve the following 2x3 game graphically. Player A parameter they provided, then player B parameter they provided, that is 1, 3, 11, then 8, 5, 2. Okay, obviously you can proceed for these numerical by the use of the graphical method. Okay, then A1, A2. Okay, then you are able x1 there. Then corresponds to that we will make the evaluation of the other value, that is 1 minus x1. Okay, this is the normal method what you have adopted in 2x2 game, what is to be defined in the payoff matrix. Okay, similar to that, because of that reason, okay, if you are adopting that evaluation with respect to the pivot strategy, okay, 1, 2, 3, then substitute the value with respect to that. Okay, x1 plus 8 into 1 minus x1. Okay, which is equal to, you will get this value. Then corresponds to the second. Okay, whatever the column which is to be present. 3 into x1 plus 5 into 1 minus x1. Okay, then if you made this simplification, minus 2 x1 plus 5. Okay, then corresponds to that next 11 to this column. Okay, 11 x1 plus 2 into 1 minus x1. Then you will get, if you did simplification for this, 9x1 plus 2. Okay, with respect to the B's pivot strategy, then A is expected payoff matrix. Okay, this is how you need to write the strategy with respect to the equation corresponding to the consideration of the what? The payoff matrix which is to be given. Okay, once you know this, then you have to draw the lines. Okay, here, once you know this, okay, by using this, we are not going to draw with respect to the 1 and 8, 3 and 5, then 11 and 2. Okay, we'll follow this one. Okay, first one is what? 1 and 8. Okay, always you have to take a graph sheet. Okay, in that graph sheet, the rectangular blocks are to be present. Okay, draw the vertical lines. Okay, with respect to that. Okay, draw that vertical line, then corresponds to that you have to draw your graphs. Okay, in between that, how you have to take these lines? Okay, that is B1, then B3, B2. These lines you have to draw. Okay, the first one here, you are getting 1 and 8. Okay, so that the whatever the first row is there. Okay, then second row element is there. Okay, first row element you take as variable, this one. Okay, then second one you take as constant. So that the first point is what? 1 and 8. Okay, so that the whatever the line you are going to draw, in that you have to mark the points. Okay, but whenever you are marking these values, okay, what is the minimum value? What is the maximum value? You should know. Okay, from that matrix. Okay, in this matrix, the minimum value is what? 1. What is the maximum value? 11. Okay, then you have to take your graph. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, then you have to mark those points. Once you mark those points, then similar to that, the constant value. Okay, that is also be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, then this equidistance of any value proportional to that of the line which is to be required. There is no restrictions. You need to follow this only. Not at all be a restriction. Keep this is in mind. Any doubt on it? This. Okay, this is the upper element. This is the lower element. Upper element you have to take at right side. Then lower element you can take as left side. Okay, 1 and 8. Put a point 1. Okay, then 8. Join these two. Join these two. This itself is what your B1. Got my point? Then second one is 3 and 5 is there. 3 and 5. Okay, because whatever the payoff matrix they given, that you can concentrate. Okay, then third one is 11 and 2. Then you have to draw 3 and 5. Okay, between these 2 points, you have to draw a line. Okay, then you will get B2. Anybody having any doubt, you can ask. Next, what is the next column? 11 and 2. 11 and 2. This is point 11. Then this is point 2. In between that, you have to draw a line. Got this. Okay, now I got B1. Then I got B2. I got B3. Now there will be a intersection. Okay, whenever you're making the envelope, what is to be present in the particular graph. Okay, because for my payoff matrix is what? 1, 8, then 3, 5, next 11, 2. This is my payoff matrix. Okay, from this 3, that is a 2 cross 3, will be get converting that into 2 cross 2. Okay, the graphical method what you are going to adopt to make the evaluation of the parameter. Okay, if you are drawn that graph effectively, then corresponds that you will get a point. But you have to make that envelope, the lower envelope. For example, here the vertical line, what I have taken as a reference to count for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay, if the lines, whatever you have drawn, all lines are above the zero value, above this zero value, the maximum lines of interaction which is to be taking place. This moment you can hatch the below intersection line. Okay, by considering the maximum point of intersection. This is one point. This is another point. This is one more point. Then this is last point. These are the point. Okay, this complete area of enclosure will going to provide the optimal solution. Okay, in that always whether you need to take point A1. Okay, it is represented as point H. Okay, then I will take this as A2. Then I will take this as A3. For the optimal solution, whether you have to take A1 point, whether you have to take H, whether you have to take A2, or whether you have to take A3. Okay, if the envelope, the whatever you are going to consider in order to hatch the complete area which is to be completed by all these three lines. Okay, because this is B1, then this is B3, this is B2. Okay, so that I'm going to get this line of intersection which is covered by this area. Okay, among that I'm getting the A1, then H, A2, A3. But which one I have to take as a optimal solution point? Okay, always which it is showing a highest point of intersection. Got my point? Here, if you see that, if I taken a line, okay, from this point, it is 2. From this point, it is in between 4 and 5. From this point, which is there in between 3 and 4. For this point, which is there with respect to the 1. Okay, 1, 2. Here it is 1. Here it is 2. Then here 3 point something. Then it is 4 point something. But whichever intersection which is to be taking place, highest point will be taken as a intersection point of the 2 cross 3 matrices. That point, which are the parameter are to be present. Here, which this point H, from those two lines, what which is to be present, that particular column you have to consider for the further evaluation. Okay, for this H point, which are the two lines are to be making intersection? This H point by the B2 and by B3. Is this clear? Anybody having any doubt? This intersection which to be happened with respect to the H point, which it is because of B2 and because of B3. Okay, now it is B1. Okay, if I take this as B2, then this as B3. Okay, because of these two lines which is to be happening, that is H point. Okay, it means that the elements of those to be considered for the optimal solution. We have to neglect that remaining line. Any doubt on it by using this graphical method? If it's cleared, raise your hand. Only 2. What about others? You are not listening. Okay, the point of intersection corresponding to the payoff matrix will give the particular matrix to solve the particular payoff matrix to be given in the particular game. Keep this in mind. Okay, now I will get the 2 cross 2 matrix. Once you got this 2 cross 2 matrix, then you know that. Okay, therefore the 2 cross 2 matrix, whether you are getting the saddle point or not, you have to identify. If the saddle point is existing, you will get optimal solution. If the saddle point is not existing, what you have to do? Again, you have to follow the 2 cross 2 matrix evaluation to make the identification of P1, to make the identification of Q1. From that, you have to make the evaluation of P2 and Q2. From that, you have to make the evaluation of what? Gamma value. This is how you need to proceed for the evaluation point of V1. Is this clear? Okay, draw this in graph. Then you will get to know about what is the point of intersection which is to be happened with respect to that particular line. This graph is using just to represent this envelope evaluation only. Once you get that evaluation, correspond to that highest point which is to be happening from the lower hatching, you have to take. Okay, for example, if you have taken upper hatch, okay, then this moment, this point. Okay, whatever method you are going to follow, according to that, which will be present. Okay, with respect to that example, we will discuss, not a problem. But which will cover all these 3 line intersection. That is very, very important. All 3 lines should be intersect each other. That envelope point you have to take. Okay, in this which will not happen, only 2. Okay, this point we could not take. Okay, now we got here the lines B2 and B3 are passing through H. Define the relevant moves at B2 and B3 allowed to play. Okay, because of that reason, they have got the game to continue their play. Okay, then the solution will be given 2 cross 3 as reduces to 2 cross 2. 2 cross 3 is their game, but it is get into that 2 cross 2. Okay, so that 3, 5, 11, 2. Okay, A1, A2, B2, B3. Now I got this. What you have to identify? Okay, directly you should not go this method. First you have to identify whether there will be a presence of saddle point or not. How you have to identify? Row minima. What is the row minima of first row? 3. Then for this row minima, 2. Then column maxima. What the column maxima of this column? 5. What the column maxima of this? 11. Okay, then column maxima of minima. Among this 5 and 11, what is the minimum value? 5. This row minima, max of this row minima is how much? 3. Is this 3 and 5 are equal? Not equal. If these two are not equal, that is gamma bar and the gamma under. These two are not equal. Then there is no essence of saddle point. But here it is not written. Must and should you write that. Keep this is in mind. Directly don't go the evaluation by the use of the optimal solution method. Because here only if you got the solution gamma value, then it is finished. Solution is exist. You got the optimal solution of that particular game. If doesn't exist, then you can go for the proceeding of the solutions. Is this clear? Any doubt on it? Any doubt? If it cleared, raise your hand. Okay, directly don't go like this. Okay, in this you have taken directly. Okay, but you should not proceed like this. Okay, you have to adopt min-max method, then max-min method. Whether there will be existence of saddle point or not, you have to identify. Once it exists, you are getting the gamma value. If doesn't exist, you adopt this method. 2 cross 2 method. Okay, now you are having B2, B3, A1, A2. So that the optimal strategy for A and B player. Okay. B1 already you take as 0 itself. But for B2 and B3, you have to identify Q1 and Q2. Okay, that is the for the player B. This is SB, not SA. This is SB. Then SA is A1, A2, P1, P2. Then you will get P1 plus P2 is equal to 1, Q1 plus Q2 is equal to 1. Okay, then adopt this method. Then you know the formula for P1. Okay, from this. Okay, this is A11. Okay, this is A12. Then this is A21. Then this is A22. Okay, these are the values. What is P1? P1 is equal to A22 minus A21 divided by A11 plus A22 minus A12 A21. Then you substitute those values. 2 minus 5, then 3 plus 2, 11 plus 5. Then you will get minus 3 divided by minus 11. You will get 3 by 11. Then you know that P1 plus P2 is equal to what? It is 1. Then I want P2. P2 is equal to 1 minus P1. Then you will get 8.8 by 11. Any doubt on it? If you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay, this is how you need to find the P1 and P2 values. Is this clear? Okay, next with respect to the Q1. Q1 is equal to what? A22 minus A12 divided by A11 plus A22 minus A12 plus A21. Substitute those values. Okay, then you will get 9 by 11. You got Q1 is equal to 9 by 11. What is Q2 value? 1 minus Q1. Then you will get 2 by 11. Okay, this is how you need to get the optimal points by the use of mixed strategy. When you are going to use mixed strategy, when there is no existence of saddle point, then you can proceed for the mixed strategy. If the saddle point is exist, then it is itself is the pivot strategy. Keep this is in mind. Don't forget at all. Okay, now I got the P1, P2, then Q1, Q2. Then you have to make the solution for what? Gamma. That is the gain value. Gain value is equal to what? A22 into A11 minus A12 into A21 divided by A22 plus A11 minus A12 plus A21. Substitute those values in gamma. Okay, then you will get the 11, that is 49 by 11. Okay, this itself is what? Your gain value. Okay, then optimal mixed strategy are what? Okay, that is strategy of player A is 3 by 11, then 8 by 11. Strategy of B is what? 0, 9 by 11, 2 by 11. Okay, then game value is what? 49 by 11. Okay, this is the what? How we need to get the optimal solution by the use of the graphical method. Is this clear? Anybody having any doubt? If it is clear, raise your hand. Okay, all numericals are very simple, but you have to practice. Okay, if you didn't practice, you will feel difficult. Nothing is there. If you know addition, if you know subtraction, that is more than enough. Okay, once you did, then you will get the solution itself. But how to get the solution? Methodology or remember. If you are not remembered, methodology means obviously will feel difficult with respect to the subject. Okay, I think so. It is cleared. Any doubt means you can ask. Okay, practice with different examples.